The year's 2018. Blockbuster's out of business and Netflix is on the rise. We're replacing our one-year-old smartphones for newer smartphones with the same features. 8. We hate losing followers and not getting enough likes. We double tap, swipe left, and swipe right in hopes that we'll be able to bring this one home to mom. We want pictures for our social media modeling portfolios and LinkedIn profiles. It's exhausting, I know. But what if I told you it didn't have to be? My name is Bryce Spencer Jones, and I'm a portrait photographer based out of Orlando, Florida. I understand with the new world of technology, it can be overwhelming to get that perfect headshot of content for your blog or website. I understand with the new algorithms, it can be a lot harder to get your Instagram content seen by potential followers. Let me tell you that it's okay to be overwhelmed because I'm here to help you. As a photographer, it's my job to make sure you, the client, are satisfied, comfortable, and can leave with portraits you're excited to share with the world. I've always had a passion for being behind the camera. I've always dreamed of my work being seen and enjoyed by a large amount of people. Not for the sake of being famous, but for inspiring other people in the way that I was inspired years ago. I had absolutely no idea how to start my journey. I looked at countless YouTube tutorials and articles and searched for the answers I needed. I learned the basics of the camera angles and how my camera worked. I set out on finding a model to shoot. Lucky for me, when I messaged my good friend Hamada to see if he would be willing to help, he was excited and more than happy to be my first model. I remember starting off slow and not knowing how to pose him. He couldn't tell that I had no idea what I was doing, but he was having the time of his life. He was even suggesting ideas on what poses he should do. After a while, it was like something inside of me just clicked. All of my nervousness and doubts went out the window and shooting became second nature. When I finally sent him the edited portraits, he was amazed. He posted them on his Instagram and I remember the praise I got from everyone that saw my portraits. Old friends I haven't talked to in years and even people I didn't know were giving my work praise. I'm blessed for the amount of support I've gotten that day because I wouldn't be taking photos today. All I could do was look back at the little boy that wanted his work to be seen and I could see him smiling, realizing that his dream was slowly coming true. From there, it was like a rush for me. I started scheduling shoots every day of the week and I realized that I was getting significantly better in a short amount of time. By my next shoot with Hamada a few weeks later, I was more motivated and experienced. To no surprise, the portraits came out better than I even imagined. From there, I would focus my studies on composition, editing colors, retouching on skin, dodging and burning, shooting in manual mode, underexposing during shoots, and taking objects out of the background. 6 months in, everybody thought I was already doing this professionally for years. Eventually, I ended up getting a comment on how I was only good because my camera had good quality. Here are some of my favorite before and afters. In each portrait, you can see the difference in color and skin retouches. I can't stress it enough, but it's not the camera, it's the photographer. People get uncomfortable during shoots and tense up. It's my job to make sure they're comfortable so it shows on camera. I spent at least 30 minutes editing on one portrait. It's not the camera, it's the photographer. I spent hours upon hours of studying and doing hands-on work getting better at my craft. It's not the camera, it's the photographer. To further my craft in film and photography, I took courses at Full Sail University where I took useful classes such as composition and visual design. In this class, we focused on the techniques used behind the camera to make sure that the subject was perfectly framed, properly exposed through lighting, and how my subjects work in space. We were instructed to do numerous projects to show our progression in visual composition throughout the course. Another class I took was visual storytelling. In this class, we learned to utilize post-production to further develop our story and carry further emotion. Both classes have greatly helped me and have opened my eyes to new possibilities in my work. When a client's interested in booking with me, they have a lot of questions before they want to follow through with their session. They're usually concerned with how they've never had a real photo shoot or how they don't look good on camera. All of the shoots you see here, it was actually the model's very first time in front of the camera. Every one of those models that I shot with are now pursuing modeling in their spare time. They thank me all the time for shooting with them because I've inspired them to pursue their current passion in modeling. If you're a model, in a relationship, a blogger, a fellow photographer, have a birthday coming up, or just need Instagram content, I'm more than happy to get you the portraits you deserve. If you have any questions regarding a shoot or just have any questions on photography, you can reach me on my Instagram or check out my website. If you refer someone to me and they get their portraits done, not only would they get 15% off their purchase, but you will get $15 back into your own pocket. I wish you all the best, and remember, it's not the camera, it's the photographer.